What's the deal with Kramer? He's an eccentric character. He looks at things in such a unique way, almost like his mind is open and his stomach is empty. What I'm trying to say, I guess, is he deals the ganja, Mary Jane, a bit of reefer, the mellows, marijuana. And so unless you didn't read the title today, we are talking about a Seinfeld theory that Kramer is a drug dealer, and I think I've concocted a pretty good case. I didn't come up with this theory, I've just heard from various sources, and so I decided to do a deep dive and add my own little zesty spice to it. I haven't seen any videos on this, make sure to subscribe if you like this content, and let's light this theory up. I'm going to hit this in 3 sections: why he's a dealer, why he's a stoner, and a couple of possible contradictions. 1. Why he's a dealer. Kramer on average doesn't have a job, and the address of the building Jerry, himself, and Newman all live in is an actual place, 129 West 81st Street. And this apartment would be pricey. It's New York if not anything else. Well, maybe he's on welfare, you might say. Then how come when George was on welfare, it was never mentioned? That's something that we would have heard about. So he clearly has a lot of disposable income for his apartment alone. He has a constant array of various characters that he seems to be best friends with, yet we never see them.
I sure have a lot of friends. How come I never see any of these people?
They want to know why they never see you.
He goes golfing, which would be a great place to collect or meet indiscretion. And one step further, to help transport the cannabis, his good friend Newman would help out. I mean, this was the 90s. They have an episode where Newman and Kramer just use the postal van to drive upstate with a bunch of bottles. And lastly, who is a character that we hear all these zany stories about and appears to be Kramer's closest friend, yet we never see him?
Bob Sacamano. Bob Sacamano?
Well, Bob Sacamano.
Bob Sacamano.
My friend Bob Sacamano.
Bob Sacamano. Now he's sitting around in a chair by a window going, my name is Bob.
Boom. Mic drop. I just blew my own mind. He is Kramer's supplier. Kramer is also alarmed and knows what's up when he thinks Jerry's accountant is on coke. He's against any of the bad substances, and he's probably been around them. That brings us on to 2. He's a stoner. And not all the time. He's an eccentric dude in nature, but you can tell when he's been choking on the devil's lettuce.
Chicken?
Yeah.
His sleep schedule is erratic. He always gets hungry, really hungry, raiding Jerry's fridge. And he has the craziest schemes and eye-opening ideas. The coffee table book about coffee tables, selling the beltless trench coat, and a cologne that smells like you've just come from the beach.
What's the name of that perfume you're wearing?
It's Ocean by Calvin Klein.
Some of his ideas actually weren't bad. I love the smell of the beach, and so did Calvin Klein apparently. And Jerry knows he's stoned, but he doesn't mind. He seems like a pretty progressive guy anyway, but besides that, I'm sure along with George and Elaine, Kramer gives him a lot of great material. Now, lastly, contradictions. There could be deal breakers, but I think that the evidence far outweighs the minor contradictions. There's an episode where Jerry and Kramer switch apartments. An episode, might I add, where Kramer can't stop eating chicken. So there's a big red light outside Kramer's apartment. So Jerry and Kramer switch apartments, and it appears Jerry turns into Kramer.
You know my friend Bob Sacamano?
But there's this big crazy light. You would all go a bit mad. And to be honest, I think Jerry's just imitating Kramer on some level. Plus, as I said, Kramer's a bit eccentric anyway. It doesn't turn you into a crackhead. If anything, it puts you into deeper thought and relaxes you. I've heard. Another one I've heard is that he used to work in a bagel shop. Seriously? A stoner would love nothing more than to work in a bagel shop. That is all that needs to be said on that topic. So, what do you think of this theory? And next time you're taking a long lie in the grass, chuck on some Seinfeld and you be the judge. If you like these videos, maybe consider subscribing. I'm 1 away from 100 and that could be you. Make sure to leave a like and leave a comment about this video, or if you just want to say g'day. Thanks for watching, and wherever you are in the world, wash your hands.